Alright everyone, Supreme Kami over here. So back for another, Thursday night. They always drop some content over here. So I'm gonna cover that real quick as well. In terms of, just gonna be talking about some topics they have dropped right there. So there is gonna be like a upcoming, maintenance over here. So they're actually gonna be implementing a while ago. We had like a voting to see which one is behind like that mobile armor boss. Is going to be the Rafflesia over here. So they're actually going to be implementing it next week on the 27th. So I'm pretty sure that is also the time when we're going to have like fight that as a multi-mission boss over here. So that is good, right? I do expect some pretty nifty stuff that is, they have set it down over here. There's going to be bugs. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Because Rafflesia over here is actually like a plant. If you guys did not know, Rafflesia is actually like a plant over here. So quite interesting, I would guess. I don't even know how that's actually going to work in game, right? But should be quite interesting, I have to say. They are also going to be dropping another feature in terms of like more power creeping, I would have to say. This is going to be called the bonus trait over here. So I'm not really going to cover it in this video over here, but do want to let you guys know that they are going to be implementing other stuff besides like a new multi-missions boss over here. Other than that, they are going to be addressing a lot of issues that will be fixed in terms of the next maintenance over here. So the list goes on and on and on over here. So I'm not really going to be looking into every details of it. I don't even think is there anything that I need to kind of cover real quick. Let me see this one. For ECU that goes to the back of oh yeah, this one, yeah. So this one, if you guys do know that there are some certain EXQ that gives you like a Russian attack, like Violent Heart and then Royal Heart, I believe. Those two EXQs specifically, right now there are some bugs that you cannot really launch them at, like in a close quarter-ish kind of scenario. So that is gonna get fixed real quick. I do like to use that EXQ, but ever since that bug, I mean, like I'm not gonna be running it. It's just not really stable and all that. So that is gonna be good. What else are they doing? They're just fixing a lot of like some minor bugs. I have to say, like after what is it? The app before force closed after you return home from arena pickup auto. What is that? Huh? Oh, that is like from the operator base and all. Okay, I have not really experienced that yet. What else are they doing? In mission creation, there'll be a case in custom ability set onto enemy gunpla will not activate. I'm not too familiar with that because I have not really created, let's say, a mission creation for a long time. So there are going to be some other, like, some graphic issue that they're having in terms of crossbow X1 full clock arms up there. So those are just going to be something they are going to be addressing. They also have some paint issues and all that when you have the rebate Gundam Folk City Shield. Okay. Yeah, there's just a lot of like minor stuff and some can be important and some are just like some bugs that we are facing and they're finally addressing that, so that is good. Besides that, let's see what else do we have down here. So I guess next week we're not going to be getting any arenas, so it's going to be much of a breather for a lot of people, especially anyone that is going to be just kind of stressing out in terms of the League 3 and 3 arena. I mean, it's going to be a good week to just kind of pause on all that, so no arena shenanigans for the whole week, so that's good. I'm not sure how long the update is gonna be. Maybe it's gonna be one of those updates that will last, 8 hours long and all that. Maybe, right? So if that is the case, I probably would not be able to cover content right out the bat, like in terms of like, the regular schedules and all that. So yeah, that's gonna be it. In terms of what we got for this two nights, we also got a new banner. Okay, let me see. Clicking on the event tab over here, they drop a exclusive pick apart bullseye capsule again. One of these setup over here. But the only unfortunate part is they're only going to be limited to only these forces over here: the Arch Gundam, the Mario Kansas Zero Gundam, as well as the GN Ultron, as well as the Seri from obviously the Build Diver series over here. So in terms of these four units over here, I would have to say that Seri may not be the best case scenario for any pickup, for example. Even the Mario Kenzu is more, I don't know. The Mario Kenzu is good depending on like how you want to be using it. I will have to say, definitely does have extremely high armor, so I would see that a lot of people use it. Let's say for I don't know, maybe like the Armament Arena, for example. Like I do see that people use it on the occasion for like their melee build. I mean, those I'm talking about the one that have it at everything maxed out at level 99. Obviously, the Arch Gundam is definitely good. It has can I say it has one of the best arm in game right now, melee arm, and then one of the best range weapon in the game. One up the right, not obviously not the best, you know. Yeah, Archgana can be the best one to be looking at. Even Gian Ultron is good. The head is definitely good, but the other part are not anything spectacular. I would have to say. I don't know. This is definitely a banner. If you can just kind of skip on it for sure. But we'll just actually go over every banner we have for this week and just kind of decide, just kind of look at it, right? Is anything really worth summoning for this week? Because next week we should be getting another not super Sokai, just regular Sokai banners. Two banners, right? So summoning on this week may not be the most incentivized things to be doing, obviously, you know? Unless you guys are really trying to, you know, pick up the S-type build project burning in them. In that case, I would have to say, yeah, you're gonna have to summon on it, right? But if not, I would say that it is highly skippable, you know, depending on like what build you guys are looking at. So yeah, let me just actually go over to the capsule page real quick and just kind of talk over like what do I think in terms of this week's banner over here. In terms of this week over here, okay, I mean, let's kind of start things out by eliminating what kind of banner I think are just bad. The two AF banner is definitely not something I would never highly suggest anyone to summon on the AF banner, because they're not that much worth it. I believe the rate is always bad if I remember. Not this one, because this one is going to be a step up, so we're not going to be looking at that. Let me check the regular one. I believe they're always bad, right, in terms of rate. What is the rate on these right here? Is it 5%? Yeah, that's quite awful actually. Yeah, that's why I never recommend summoning on AI Pilot's banner, because you can definitely pick them up like a month later. I know that a lot of people wouldn't want to go for Misa right now, but I mean, would you guys rather use your horror chips on her right now, or save it maybe 4 weeks later, where you guys can just definitely pick it up from the shop? I don't know. If you guys like need her like on the spot right now, yeah, I mean, go for it, right? If you guys have the hard chips and all that. But other than that, waiting for 4 weeks is not that long of a period, I would have to say, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but in terms of the other banner, we have this one over here. So this banner, you only want to summon on this banner when you really want to, let's say the weekly multiplier. We're gonna check that right now. I know. Oh, I saw it. So if you guys really want the event multiplier in terms of like getting your event point up to quickly, I would have to say, then you would summon on the F92 over here. That's how you kind of get that. But other than that, is not really gonna be worth it. So you get 100 point. So you get an increase of 100%. If you have one part over there, it maxes at 300, for example. So if you guys really want to get this in within like a week span, or get the rewards and all that, yeah, you have to summon on that. If you guys don't really care too much of like grinding everything out immediately, you just want to just kind of slow pace it, just kind of do it every other week. For example, do it on like the time when we have SoCal banners, or even Gundam Battle Festival parts. That is probably the point where you want to look at these right here. But other than that, summoning on standard week is or summoning on these standard banners is just always a no for sure. So that kind of leaves us with this banner right here, and our revive reprint over here. So in terms of this structure right here, they're only doing this time around because we have the battle lock, like in the same schedule right now. So that's why they're bringing back these banner up here. So next week, if they are going to be focusing on one specific unit, let's say for example next week, they're going to be showing off the main protagonist, the suit, the Ryusei Fudos, what is his unit, Helios Gundam. If they are going to be featuring that by like a landslide on next week's episode, I'm pretty sure they will be dropping Helios in terms of like this type of setup over here. So for anyone who did not summon initially, this is probably the best time to just kind of go for them, because the first this banner specifically does give you a good rate, for example. So you can be looking at 60, like 5% like normal pull, and then you are going to be looking at 16%. But I don't think they're dropping any other stuff that kind of go along with that. So we can, I mean, they are dropping alteration tools, which is good, for example. But I would have to say right now, I don't know. I feel like nowadays getting alteration tools is slightly easier. So definitely not something to really worry about. I don't know. I guess, right? In terms of the steps, the last step is going to be guaranteed 100% one of these parts up here. So at least you are going to be guaranteed something. So this one here will only cost you 4,500, which is still a quite an investment, I'll have to say, if you guys are summoning on this banner. But you are going to be guaranteed at least one parts right here. So that is always a good sign. You can hop into this banner, for example, and get shafted. If you spend, let's say, the same amount of horror chips, and you will get shafted, for example, right? Some of you guys may get lucky and get a lot of parts within the first 3 summons, multi-summons maybe. But other than that, I will always go for something that at least guarantee, a good drop at the end. So that's that. But in terms of like summoning for Blazing, is this something to really summon on? I don't know. That is a big question, right? In terms of the portrait and all that stat-wise, it's still good, but we have seen better melee units out already. So that is that. The only 3 main parts to really focus on Blazing is definitely going to be the leg, backpack, and the Tampa, because those actually host the mobile pet attack, which is probably the most important component. But other than that, I will have to say that the Blazing is not going to be anything too spectacular. The only thing to really focus on in terms of like a good portrait is definitely going to be the chest, because it's actually going to be pumping out a 40% trait at max, so 25 on base, so it's good, right? The torso is definitely a good targeting, to be looking at. But other than that, all the other stuff is not like, ooh, I gotta have it, right? It's not none of that. We already do have like a free-to-play version of the Blazing, so I would say this is a skippable banner as well. So that is that. So the last thing we just need to kind of quickly go over is gonna be this exclusive Bullseye Capsule banner over here. So let's talk about like what's good about this banner. The banner does actually have some pretty ridiculously good rate. Obviously the normal stuff is only going to be 5%, so there's no changes to that. But in terms of, let's take a look at the bonus pool. On the very first multi-summon, you are going to be looking at a guaranteed 100% drop from Archgundam over here, GN Ultron, this Servi, as well as the Mori Kensu. So you are going to be able to walk away with some pretty decent part, for example, right? But I will have to say, the Mori Kensu, Servi, they're not like the top choice, for example. So that is that. But this banner does give you good value. But I would say in terms of the lineup, they're not. They're not something I would have to say, ooh, I gotta have it. If I don't have it, I'm not gonna do good in the game. Definitely not gonna be the case. So I would have to say, at all costs, this can be a skippable banner. I feel like the drop rate there will kind of incentivize a lot of people into summoning, because they see 71% chance over here. Even with a 71% chance, there are some odd possibility that you'll get shafted. So don't ever take these kind of percentage as a grant and so like, alright, this is where we're going to be landing at. Most of the time it's not really the case, for example. But in terms of the last pool over here, we are going to be guaranteed 100%, so this is going to be another guarantee for sure, so that's good. On top of that, right, let's talk about the freebie now. On top of that, we are also going to be getting an exclusive ticket for you to pick out any one of these parts over here. So we go back to here. So you are going to be able to pick up any one of these parts at your choice right here. If you ask me which one to focus on, just will pick it up. I will have to say pick up something that gives you those 40% trait. I will have to say that they are probably the better investment, for the time being. So it's definitely going to be the Buster Sword Rifle over here. This one's definitely going to be a good pickup for a shooter build. The GN Ultron, the head is definitely a good pickup for a melee build over here. So those are something to really focus on. But on the wildcard side over here, the arm of the Archgundam is definitely a good pickup as well, because this arm over here actually does give you a buff effect EXQ buff trait over here, so that will allow you to immensely do more damage if you have those traits. So that's that. But other than that, besides picking a pickup tickets, you also going to be able to get a skill slash trade upgrade tickets over here. So that will allow you to get 1,000 experience points to go towards your any parts for any parts of your liking. So within this banner specifically, you will be able to, let's say, get any part of yours up to a part trade level 3 or a EX skill level 3. So if you guys want to spend it on one specific part, so I would have to say in terms of the step up right here, it is really incentivizing, right? So that is pretty good overall, but definitely not, the roster here is not right. So I hope you guys can make a really good educated choice of like whether or not to summon on it. I will have to say, at least with next week when we have those at least we until Sunday night when we have news on the next Super Soul Cat banner, not Super Soul Cat, Soul Cat banner, so you guys can make another a more accurate decision before actually hopping in and summoning. So I was just gonna go up over here, last notes over here, just going over to the shop. I'm just gonna be talking about like the freebie we'll be looking at. So if you go under exchange and then go under the Capsule freebie over here, you'll be able to see this banner over here. So it only gonna be costing 1 ticket, so that is actually good. So you can pick in between any one of these 4 parts over here, or you can come down to this specific banner where you can pick up either some skill upgrade or some trade upgrade over here. So that will allow you to benefit a more diverse parts pool over here, depending on what you like in your box, for example, right? So that is going to be pretty much it in terms of what I want to cover in terms of Thursday night update over here. It's going to be really huge, like in terms of next week's update. We're getting another new multi-mission boss. It's always good. It's always going to be refreshing, getting like a new type of enemies and all that. So with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it in this video over here, and then I'll catch you guys all on the next one.